Hey Virgs, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Virgs, the shadow, the box, the mirror, and the stone. I just, ugh. You know, the box and the mirror makes me think of one of those like funhouse rooms. Or like those, like when you're trapped in a mirror house. You know, it has a horror story vibe to it, if I'm being totally honest. And feeling like this mirror box is just, I just feel like there are like demons around every corner. It does. It feels like a nightmare. It feels like it does. It feels like you're having a nightmare, and your nightmare is that you are trapped in a mirror house with demons. And it doesn't matter which way you go or which way you look, everything is the same. And you know there's a way out, but you can't find it because you're like constantly in like, you know what I mean? And it feels like a really intense dream. Virgs, I'm sorry. This stone is what you're anchored in, right? I mean, because it's like you can go down, you can get swept down, but ultimately your anchor will pull you back. You know, like at some point in time, the current slows. And when the current slows and the water is still, you can come back to yourself. And I just feel like that it's like when you wake up in the morning and you're just like, I just feel like doing an activity. You know what I mean? Like I need to like come down out of that nightmare, because that is not a great way to start your day. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe it's like a panic attack that you're having, or something that just really, really fucks with you and makes you feel like you are in a mirror house and just needing to like disengage, come back to life, you know, like hang out with your friends, eat dinner with your family, you know what I mean? Like just like day-to-day activities so that I can just like come back to myself. Like I need to calm the waters. I need to pull myself back together again, you know, because it just feels like this. It feels gentle, but it also feels like a little bit nervous. Like, okay, it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Because I kind of feel like crying right now, if I'm being totally honest. You know, I feel like whatever this nightmare is, whatever this panic attack that you're having or have had, it scared the shit out of you. Virgs. The Five of Swords. The mirror house, you know what I mean? Like, it does. It just feels like, but again, this need to like, I feel like just like walk away from that, wake up, get out of bed. Don't lay in bed after a nightmare like that. Like if you have an anxiety attack that feels crippling and you feel like you're starting to pull yourself back together again, the first thing you should do in those situations is remove yourself from that environment. Go outside, go over to somebody's house. You know what I mean? Like go for a walk, remove yourself from that energy. If you can open the door and let in some fresh air, you know what I mean? But like, just like that stagnancy of that, like that fear-based energy, I just feel like I just would like, just go outside, go for a walk, go listen to your friend talk about some shit that went down at work that day. You know what I mean? Like remove yourself from whatever it is that is like sending you into this mirror house energy. And I think that you do, you know, and when you do, it's like, I almost feel like this. I meant to walk outside, but I got in the car and I kept driving and I never looked back. Like it's affects you in such a way that like you have to remove yourself from that environment. So you do. Because that's how you come back to yourself. Virgs. Six of Swords. Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Well, you know, again, it's like that, just like coming back to yourself, doing the things that you can do, right? I can open the door, I can open a window, I can let in some fresh air, I can go outside and go for a walk, I can, you know what I mean? And just like baby stepping your way into like bringing, like coming back to yourself, because it just feels like this. I mean, like the terror that I feel is such a sincere terror. You know what I mean? That I feel like so greatly affected by this, that it's like you just gotta move out of it. You just gotta move out of it. You just gotta see your way out. You just gotta like calm the waters and pull yourself back in. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. Five of Cups, the World, and the Lovers. You know, I just kind of feel like this, like an end of a relationship, an end of a community, the end of an era, the end of a job. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's this idea that like you had to go, you had to make a choice. And I feel like part of that, like that massiveness of this like horror and shock and terror, is because it was something that you loved, someone that you loved, people that you loved, and like the overwhelmingness of it all. Just, I don't know, you know, it's just like you can't, so you have to go. Whew. Virgs. You can be on either side of the story. Take what resonates and leave the rest. The empty room. Ooh. Well, because the only way you're going to come back to yourself is if you get away from these mirrors, these shattered mirrors. That make you feel like you're spinning in circles. And coming back to yourself and understanding, you know, because I just feel like when you are far enough removed, like, okay, say you have a nightmare and you wake up and you're like, okay, I got to get myself moving. Like, I cannot stay in that energy. You know, I'm going to do these things. And then you come back later that evening and you reflect on it, you know, because it was so vivid and it had such an impact that you can't forget it. You know what I mean? Like, there are just dreams that we have that feel like a reality, and we can't forget those dreams. And I feel like it's just one of those, okay, like I came back down to myself. I grounded myself. I had my coffee. I went and hung out with my friend. I did the things, you know what I mean? So that I could see my way out of it. And then I feel like it's almost this like, but once I start going, I just can't stop. I can't, again, it was that like, I meant to just go for a drive and then I just drove away. You know what I mean? Like, that's just that energy. the mirror. What? Oh, I set the... Oops, let me take those off. The heart and the maiden. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, the thing about it is, whatever this energy is that just like sends you in another direction, that like leaves you utterly horrified, that, you know, I feel like puts you in that car and then you keep going and then you just keep going, because the thought of going back is just to exist in horror. You know what I mean? And you know that's not for you, right? Like maybe this is that because you've been having such positive reads, you know, that energy of like stepping into, you know, a group of people where you don't feel like you're constantly having to be small, like you're constantly going to be stepping on somebody. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like you leave that place and you just keep going. And then maybe that's when you finally, you know, like step into that, you know, that room full of giants, you know, like that place where you feel like you could breathe and not be in this mirror house of horrors. Because nobody wants to be there. And you're going towards, you know, what it is that I think you've just been like, I've been working on this. I've been focused on this. Like, I want to go here. I want to be with these people. I want to feel this experience. I don't ever want to have to be in a fucking mirror house of horrors ever again. You know what I mean? And it's just this like, ah. So I got in the car and I drove away. Because there's such a need for a new beginning. And you're getting it, Virgs. You are. I think that maybe we're just kind of like, I feel like we've been in these reads for a while. And so we're probably like, I feel like for a lot of my reads, there'll be like a start read. And then it'll kind of go through over the next few months, like the various stages of that read, you know, like fill in the blanks a little bit. And I feel like we're filling in the blanks a little bit here, but I'm glad we made it through that one. On to the next. Okay, Virgs, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this video does resonate, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.